Yeah. Let's go to the Manchester derby. Jules, now, so much anticipation for this, at least for me. I thought, wow, much at stake. Can City reopen the title race straight away? And finishes 0-0. Mahrez could have changed the game early, but was it just fear of failure, fatigue, blah, blah, blah?
I was so excited. Obviously, I went up there, took the train, and went back on the same day. That's a long train journey for 0-0 and just pretty much nothing happening. I do think that City were scared of the counter-attacks, and I think...
They're scared of giving up a goal against Manchester United, who have scored one goal all season long at Old Trafford in the league from open play.
I know. And I'm with you. And I think the double pivot of Rodri and Fernandinho is like, okay, we don't want to concede first and foremost. Otherwise, you do something else. And that's not too bad. You start with Fernandinho and Rodri, okay? But how come they still finish the game? Why at some point didn't you want to go and try to win it?
I feel like Bernardo Silva and Phil Foden are still warming up right now.
Like if you go to Old Trafford, for the whole second, they were in front of me the whole second half. I mean, it's less than Matic, who literally almost warmed up for a good 75 minutes.
I'm not going to blame. I don't think you can blame Solskjaer for setting up that way because
that's why he
had no. Well, it's not just what he does, but it's the right approach against City. It's also coming on the back of the elimination. You suffer a heavy defeat. I think he played it predictably and correctly. He started Pogba again. We'll get to him in a minute.
Yeah,
but I mean, City. It's fair to expect more. And I know that goals change games and they created an incredible chance. Riyad Mahrez. I'm not saying it's unforgivable, whatever, but he buries that chance. United have to come out. We get a totally different game, right?
Completely.
We're in agreement on that.
Yeah, completely.
And Pep said we created the 2-3 chances that we would have needed to win. Yeah, but you didn't convert them. And when you're not converting chances, it's still 0-0 at the hour mark. I expect you to do more. Is this just a different Pep? Is he seeing football differently now? Because what is the worst case? Even if you play and you concede and you lose to Manchester United, right? What is the big deal? You have one fewer point in the table, right?
Yeah.
That's all that happens.
Yeah.
And you still have a long season to go, and you still have arguably the most talented squad in the Premier League.
Yeah, you're right. And maybe he thought if we stay like this, he made only one change. So this is the last time ever I want to hear about the 5 sub rule and this. Please, one change in a game, as you said, that he could easily have tried to change in a way with Foden, with Bernardo Silva, with I don't know, with anything else than just.
And it was 7-8 changes from midweek, so it's not as if those guys were fatigued. They had the whole week to prepare. United had a huge do-or-die game.
Yeah.
I just thought it was disappointing.
Intense. It's just, I thought they played first not to lose, City, and after that, they had a couple of chances. I think Riyad Mahrez has to use his right foot more often. Come on, you can't always come back on your left because the 2 seconds that you lose is too late then. Maguire is back and De Gea is back and all of this.
Let's talk Pogba because obviously you weren't here on the show Thursday to react to Mino Raiola comments. There's been further comments. Christian Falk from Bild, very respected or often respected guy coming out and saying, oh, well, Pogba is threatening to leave Mino Raiola unless he gets him a move. And that's why Raiola came out and said what he did. Now, this makes zero sense to me because...
and it's not true
It's not true, okay? Okay, so you're team Mino here. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
No, I mean, the reason it doesn't make sense to me is Manchester United, if you want to keep the guy, offer him a contract that he'll accept. As far as we know, Mark Ogden told us again, they have not offered him a new contract. So presumably, Manchester United want to sell him.
Yeah.
And presumably... They would have sold them in the summer. They would have tried to, but obviously the coronavirus and whatever else, right?
Yeah.
So I don't understand. What's your take here? He wants to move, yes, if he's not going to get a new contract? And it's in United's interest if he moves. Or am I wrong?
Yeah, but that's why okay, the timing was wrong of the Mino interview. Again, not really sure if Mino knew exactly when that was going to be released, except published and all of that. That's different. But the timing was wrong the day before the Leipzig game and everything that followed through. The way I see it is that Paul Pogba is happy in Manchester. He's happy as a Manchester United player. He loves the club. He's very important in that dressing room.
Solskjaer evidently feels so too because Solskjaer starts him in the Manchester derby when he could have started Donny van de Beek or Matic and been even more defensive or whatever, right?
Yeah, or Solskjaer can just bench him and just don't play him again until January when they try to sell him, for example. So that's not the problem. The problem is, as Paul has said before, that I think there's a point where he will want to go somewhere else. hopefully for him in Spain and to Real Madrid. That's his absolute dream. I think he would be happy to go back to Italy and to Juventus, for example, because I think he wants another chapter in his life at some point. I don't say it's in January or even next summer, but you're right. So far, they haven't offered him anything. So he's also thinking, well, they don't want me to stay, so maybe it's better for everyone if I leave.
This is going to be a situation, I think, which is going to run and run for a while. So please don't complain if it gets boring.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.